Himanshu Dewruwan. Sell the selfish, serve the selfless growth.
My dad always used to say, you just feed a dog one night, it'll come back to you for over 40 years. But if you feed a man 40 years, it might turn you down within one night. With all the dog lovers and my dear fellow contestants, Toastmasters, we as dog lovers, we know that dog is the best friend of ours. In this case, my father is a person who loves to care for dogs who are in the streets. We've been having a lot of stray dogs in our house. At times there were 10 dogs who were bred by the mother dog. But eventually they all passed away. And the last set of dogs that came to our place was very inspirational, was very special. It was last December, on the 25th, the Christmas night, we went to the church, and when we came back, I was hearing from the distance the sound of those little puppies. They were screaming. So my father was like, it seems the new dogs are there already. He was so delighted. So we went and had a looked at them. Yeah, so there were 6 dogs. But to our surprise, there are 6 family members in my house. So 3 boys, 3 girls. Well, here, it was 2 male dogs and 4 females. Well, we got to record about the Game of Thrones and how the direwolves were born and how they all matched. My sister was suggesting that that one female dog that was additional was me. Because well, she sees me as maybe a female, I don't know. Well, off with that. So these 6 dogs was an inspiration. We thought of them as a gift from God on the Christmas night. But eventually they get to do a lot of things that we don't like. So these puppies, for a second, whatever happened, my father stayed up till late night and fed them, making milk. He doesn't usually make milk or any tea or anything, but he started making milk. He brought all dog food and put them and feed them with such care. He was spending hours with these puppies. And we put them in the doghouse, and it was all so concerning. It was such a selfless service he was doing towards these dogs. My mom sometimes scolds because she's the one who's getting the workload at times when my father's not home. So in the end, what my father says is, through this, feeding a dog, as I said in the beginning as well, can make you a lot happier when you see how they grow and how they come at you, wagging their tails, jumping at you, trying to get a hold of you when you come back after work. That moment is so inspiring, so happy, so joyous. This is all selfless service. It's not in vain. And he's a person who's been teaching kids for 34 years in a school. His first job, he said, was a custom officer. Well, he told me that 1 year he worked there, he earned more than the amount he earned during the whole 34 years he spent in the school. But what made him turn down that job? He thought, a a service done towards kids, bringing them to the right path and working for them was more self-satisfactory. He's so happy right now about all the 34 badges, thousands of kids who has gone in the right path, who has become doctors, who has become engineers, who has become lawyers, serving the whole country and making the world a brighter place. And that's his next story that comes to my head, where this person, well, he's a Toastmaster. Well, anyone hoping to marry a Toastmaster? Oh, you might already have married. But this couple is so inspirational to me because they're like so close. The first time that I walked into a club, she's the person who spoke to me first. You'll get to know eventually. So this famous couple, they are planning to marry very soon. Well, how they got in love, I got to hear very recently. It was Reverberations, the humorous speech contest of District 82. So they flew there, and she was in total illness. The next day was the contest. She had to be sent to the incentive camp and kept there the whole night. But he made this selfless sacrifice to stay with her the whole night. And when she waked up, when she opened her eyes in the morning, the first thing she asked, what happened to the contest? Love, I was here with you all night. But eventually, with her inspiration, he went and he became the champion during that Reverberations, the humorous champion. Well, you know who I'm talking about if you guys are aware. These kind of service sacrifices gives inspirations to our lives. Well, my father, now he says, my sister is becoming a doctor. She entered the Medical University of Sabaragamu. My second sister is a national handball player, and she's doing A-levels this year. My small brother is still 14 years, and he's a swimming champion, kind of. And he's also having a girlfriend right now, I don't know. So, my father, what he says is, it all pays off in the end. Sell the selfishnesses. Serve the selfless dog. Over to you.